just doing a mat work class today, again, with no equipment. Just a reminder, if anything doesn't feel right, please stop it. Don't do it if there's any pain. If you can either just go back to the exercise that was feeling comfortable beforehand, or just stop and wait, and we'll move on to the next one. I'll try and give some options so you've got a few ideas at each exercise anyway. All right, so starting down onto the mat, guys. So we're going to start off with activating our T-zone. So drawing up through that pelvic floor, tightening those lower abdominals, placing those fingertips just about 1 centimetre in from the bony bits. And I just want you to feel that activation there. So I just want you to turning it on, activating, and then releasing. I want you to think about keeping those ribs drawn down and in, shoulders are drawn back and down, chin's tucked in. All right, starting with our lift and extend, we're just going to lift the leg up and extend out, and then draw back in. T-zones on, lift and extend, then draw back in. So I'm inhaling, exhale as we take the leg out, inhale as we draw back in. Out, inhale as we draw back in. So I want to keep that spine neutral. Ribs are drawn down and in, shoulders back and down. I'm pointing through that toe as I take that leg out. Keep having a feel for that activation. We want to make sure that we're keeping that T-zone on. We're waking him up, getting ready for the session. Inhale, exhale as we extend, and draw it back in. I'm going to go for a few more, guys, each side. So we've got a neutral spine. Extend and point through that toe. Keep those abdominals on. And last one, each side. Good. All right, let's go into our tabletop prep. So just drawing one leg up, inhaling, exhale as we draw it up, inhale as we draw the other one up, then back down. Other side, draw up, down, down. So inhale, exhale. Good. So we're wanting to imprint the spine, okay, because we're coming up into that tabletop position. So keeping that spine imprinted, abdominals on, drawing up through that T-zone. We're just lifting each leg up and coming back down. Good. Few more. Coming up and holding, guys, up into that tabletop position, holding there. All right. I just want you to toe tap down. So tapping down. Keep that spine imprinted. To make it a bit harder, I want you to tap further away. So I'm sort of reaching out, keeping the legs in that tabletop position, but trying to get further away from the bottom. You want to keep that spine imprinted, ribs are drawn down and in. To make it a little bit easier, just tap closer to the bottom. Don't forget the breathing. Good. A few more. 3, 2, 1. All right, staying up in that tabletop position, guys. So that spine's still imprinted. I want you to take the arms out to the side. I'm just going to move a bit closer to you. All right, we're going to do our pendulum. So taking the legs out to the side, inhaling, exhale as we draw back up. Inhale out to the other side, exhale as we draw back up. Good, good. So we want to really focus on, as we're drawing those legs back up, that we're turning on those abdominals and flattening that back into the mat. So drawing up. Keep those knees and ankles together. I'm drawing on those abdominals as we come back up, squeezing, flattening that back into the mat. Draw those ribs in. We don't want to arch through that back. All right, to make it a little bit harder, guys, you can do our single leg extension. So we're taking it out, extend one leg out, draw back up. Other side, extend, draw back up. And draw back up. Good. To make it harder again, you can do both legs. So taking them straight up, otherwise stay with the ones before, taking both legs out and squeeze and draw back up. You really need to ensure that you're imprinting that spine as you bring both legs up, okay? Exhale as we're coming back up. Inhale as we go out. Otherwise, just stay in the tabletop position. Let's go 2 more each side, guys. Good. And drawing back up. All right, bringing those legs down, arms in. All right, let's go into our single leg stretch. So we're going to come up into tabletop position, which means we need to imprint that spine. So coming up into tabletop. All right, I just want you to draw up, holding onto one leg. We're going to extend the other leg out and then swap. Exhale as we take the leg out, inhale as we swap. So I want you to focus on keeping those shoulders drawn up off of the mat. Think about bringing the ribs to hips. We're flattening those abdominals out. I want you to point through that toe as you're extending out. Keep that spine imprinted. T-zones on. Good. Inhale as we swap. Exhale as we draw it in. Good, good, good. Keep it going. They should really get those abdominals working. Keep that spine imprinted. Nearly there. Let's go. 4, 3. Keep those shoulders drawn up off the mat. 2, 1. And rest, guys. Little rest. All right. I'm going to take one layer off. All right. We're going to go into a little bit of a new exercise. It's similar to our hundreds prep, but they call this one 400s prep. Sounds scary, doesn't it? But it's okay. All right. So how we're starting, we're going to end up imprinting the spine, but I want you to start off with the arms up, not facing in, palms facing away from you. All right. All we're going to do to start with is we're just going to take the hands overhead and extend the feet out. So we're coming overhead, extend out. We're going to draw it back in with the heels up, toes. We're going to curl up. Now you can either curl to tabletop or curl with the legs up, like in our hundreds prep. We're going to come back down, overhead, and then extend out again. Drawing back in, lifting up, coming back down. Curling up, exhale as we curl up, extending, back to tabletop, bringing those legs back down and overhead. All right, extend out, exhale as we curl up, curling, bring those feet back down, draw that body down. Good, overhead, curling up. You might find it will start to flow a bit more as you get the hang of it. And overhead. So you want to reach through those toes and those fingertips, draw it back in, extend, back to tabletop and coming back down. So as you're curling up, I want you to think about flattening those abdominals out, keeping those ribs to hips, no arching through the back. Make sure that that spine's really imprinting into the mat as you bring those legs up. You might find your feet catching a little bit too, depending on what you're on, what surface you're on. Curling up. Let's go for 4 more, guys. So exhale as you're curling up. 2 more to go. Last one. Good. All right. Now, staying in that position doesn't mean we get out of hundreds prep though, okay? Or not hundreds prep, hundreds. All right, so coming up into tabletop position, I want you to curl up, shoulders are drawn back and down, extending through those fingertips. So you can either keep your feet down in tabletop or extend up. We're just going to pulse, holding there. I'm going to keep that chin in, shoulders drawn back and down. Inhale for 3, exhale for 3. All right, let's hold it there, guys. Keep that chin tucked in, imprint that spine, yeah? You want to flatten it into the mat. Hold it there. Shoulders are drawn back and down, reaching through those fingertips. T-zone's on. Hold there, guys. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest, guys. Little stretch, little rest. All right, we're going to just continue with some side obliques, guys. So we're just going to come up, turning around. Oh no, I've got one more exercise. It's a new one again. All right, staying down here and then we'll go to our sideline. It's similar to our beats, which we've done before with the legs up. We're coming out 1, 2, 3, but these are involving the arms as well. So they call these starfish. All right, so all we're going to do, guys, starting in with our spine imprinted, I want you just to curl up, coming up into tabletop. All right, we're going to curl up, shoulders are drawn back and down. Now I want the knees together, heels together at this point. All right, so this is the first way. The other way is with the legs straight. All right, in tabletop, we're just going to take the legs out, opening the knees, keep the heels together, draw back in. Opening out for 3, and then coming back down. Curling back up again, out for 3. So I'm keeping those heels together and just opening at the knees and back down. If you want to advance it, curling up, take those legs out, straight up. We're going to take them out and in, out and in, out and in, come back down. Curl back up, out, in, for 3, okay? And then curl back down. So if you want to keep the knees bent, that's fine. So as we take it out, we're keeping the heels together and we're just opening up the knees. Good, let's go for 3 more sets. Curling up, out, in, out, in, out, in. Good. Breathing as we're coming up. Inhale out, exhale in. And back down. Last set, guys, curling up, out, exhale in. Inhale. And down. Good job, guys. All right, let's now go over to our side lying, okay? So we're going to do our double leg lifts. Hopefully you can see me. Can you see me there? All right. So legs are together, guys. Might need a bit more space there. Hips are stacked on top of each other, T-zones on, drawing those abdominals up off the mat, yeah? All right, we're going to start with lifting the legs first. So drawing up and down, keeping those feet together. Let's bring that upper body into it. So drawing up, I want you to really squeeze those side obliques, okay? Come up for a little hold, holding up there, guys. I want you just to squeeze those side obliques. Tighten, have a feel for that activation. Make sure it's turning on. And lower down. Drawing up. I want you to focus on keeping those ribs drawn down and in, no arching through the back. Exhale as we're coming up. Inhale as we're coming down. Good. Come up for a little hold for me. Come up and hold. Hold there. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. And lower down, guys. Good job. All right. While we're still on our side, let's go into our leg lift. So taking the leg, I'm going to take my socks off so I've got a better grip. All right. So you can either have just the leg in front. If you've got a roller, you're welcome to pop the knee up on the roller. You can actually just bring it up so the foot is up. That way you can get your hips in a better position if you feel like they're collapsing. But it's what's comfortable for you, okay? So otherwise, just place the knee down, and then we're drawing up that inner thigh. All right, so squeezing up and lower, up and lower. So they do recommend having that leg up. It just depends on your mobility through that hip joint because it can be a little bit uncomfortable. But it just gets those hips in a better position. Good. Let's come up and pulse that leg. Squeeze and pulse. So I want you to tighten that inner thigh. Squeeze and lift. And slow it down, squeezing down and up, down, up, down, up. Really squeeze and tighten. I don't want that foot touching the mat, okay? Good. Squeezing up, down. And let's come up for another little pulse. Hold it up there, little pulses. Little pulses. Keeping those hips stacked on top of each other, no dropping forward. 3, 2, 1, and let's swap sides. Good, good. All right, so double leg lifts first, guys. So hips are stacked on top of each other. No arching through the back, abdominals turned on. Think ribs to hips. So we're just going to draw those legs up and down. Don't forget to breathe. I'm exhaling as I'm drawing it up. Inhale as I'm coming down. Let's bring that upper body up as well. Let's come up and lower. And lower. Good. Come up for a hold on the next one. Squeezing up, holding there. Squeeze those side obliques, yeah? I want you to tighten. And lowering down. Squeeze up and lower. Up and lower. Good job. Nearly there. Next one, let's come up and hold. Holding there. Squeeze. Really tighten. Have a feel for that activation. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and coming back down, guys. All right, so into our inner thigh lift, yeah? So again, you can have the foot up there. It just helps keeping the hips stacked on top of each other. Otherwise, you can pop something down under the knee. If you've just got it down on the mat, just make sure that you're drawing those hips back, yeah? We don't want to be collapsing down into the mat. All right, off we go. Squeezing up and lower. Don't forget the breathing, guys. Squeeze and lift. You don't want to bring that leg down to the mat. Don't let it rest. Let's come up for a little pulse. Pulsing it up. Hold it there, hold it there. And slow it down. Squeeze up. Slow down. That's it. Don't let that leg come down. Squeeze and lift. And I'm really squeezing and tightening that inner thigh, yeah? So you want that area doing the work. Squeezing up. All right, let's come up for another little pulse. Hold it up there, little pulses. Hold there. 3, 2, 1, and relax, guys. Good. All right, let's come back into a little stretch. Into our prayer stretch. If you need to, just place the hands down by the side if there's a little bit of restriction through the shoulders. Otherwise, you can keep them out in front. Good, good. All right, so I'm going to get you to pick a side. I'm going to start on this side. And we're going to do some glutes. All right, instead of going straight into clams today, we're going to do some side lifts, leg lifts. You can either start down on the mat to make it a little bit harder, coming up, keeping that elbow under the shoulder joint. All right, it's similar to movements we've done before. We're just changing them up a little bit, just a little bit. All right, so all I want you to start with doing is we're actually going to draw the leg up and down. Good. All right, now I want you to point as we're taking the leg up, point, flex as we're drawing it down. Point, lifting up, flex, drawing it down. Good. Point up, flex that foot, draw back down. I don't think you can see my foot. Can you see my foot? Point up, flex as we're coming down. Point as we go up, flex as we come down. So I just want to try and make sure that elbow's under the shoulder joint, yeah? And we're drawing that up, okay? We're keeping those abdominals turned on, no arching through the back. Squeeze down. So you want that movement coming from the bottom, yeah? The bottom's doing the work. 3 more. Last one. All right, coming up, same height. So we're going to sweep forward, toe pointed, flex, squeeze back. Point, take it forward, flex, squeeze back. So it's only a small movement. We don't want those hips rocking. Point, flex, sweep back. Point as we take it forward, flex. Now, as I'm taking it back, I want you to really squeeze and tighten that glute as we're drawing it back, okay, in that flex position. Squeeze them back. Should be feeling those glutes working now. Hopefully. 2 more. Squeeze forward. Good. All right, coming down. Laying down on the side, we're going to bring that legs up into 45. Take that leg straight out in line with the body. We're going to go into our bikes now. So drawing that leg up, flex, point and sweep. Draw that knee up, flex, point and sweep. Good. So inhale as we're drawing that knee up. Exhale as we take it out and around. Inhale. Exhale as we take it out and around. Good, good. Do more, guys. So you don't want to let that leg drop too close to the ground. We're going to try and keep it up around hip height. Don't forget that breathing. Keep those abdominals on. I'm trying to keep them lifted up off the mat. Drawing that up. Take it out in front. Let's go 3 more. 2. Good. Take those legs straight out in line with the body. We're going into our hot potatoes. You've done these ones before. So drawing that upper leg up, rotate it in. We're working the internal rotator. So tapping in front and behind. In front and behind. So exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. So every time we tap that foot down, I want you to exhale. I'm really trying to focus on keeping that T-zone on. No arching through the back. That movement's coming from the bottom. That's lifting the leg up. Good, good, good. Keep it going. Lift and up and over. Good, good. Quick tap down and over. Tap and over. And in 3, 2, 1. Good work, guys. Give it a bit of a rub. All right. Bring those knees up nice and high. We're going to do our clam 3s. Okay, so knees are at 90 degrees. Shins are in line or parallel with the front of the mat. Have a feel for the activation around the undie line. All right, we're just going to open up and close. Squeeze and activate before you open. Good, good, good. All right, let's open up, and close. Good, good, good. That's it, guys. Really squeeze. I'm trying to make sure I'm activating at that undie line before I lift. It's going to keep turning on and off. Squeeze and open. And last 2. Good. All right. Let's go to the other side. All right, sorry, starting up on the elbow for our first 2 exercises, and then you can come back down. You can do it down on the mat if it's easier. That's fine, okay? But to make it a bit harder, we're going to sit up. So we want to draw that those abdominals up, stretching up through that shoulder under the armpit there, okay? All right, legs. Oh, I'll come this way so you can see my feet a bit better. All right, so let's go with our leg lifts first, okay? So we're just going to draw up, pointing that toe, flex, squeezing back down. Point, flex, drawing that back down. Good, good. Point, up, flex, coming back down. That's it. Now, if you need help with a bit of balance, you can just keep that leg bent underneath. But make it a little bit harder, keep the legs straight, okay? So as I'm squeezing down, I want you to activate and squeeze that bottom, yeah? Keep lifting up. Don't want to collapse through there. So squeeze and tighten and draw down. Squeeze, tighten, draw down. That movement's coming from the bottom, okay? All right, quick little rub. Come back up to the hip height. We're going to point, going forward, flex, squeeze back into that bottom. Point, go forward, flex, squeeze back into that bottom. All right, if you need to come down, that's fine. You can't stay up on the elbow. Point and sweep, flex, coming back. Really squeeze and tighten that bottom, okay? You should be starting to feel it now, hopefully. It's probably worse on this side because you've been stabilizing. This glute's been stabilizing you on the other. Nearly there. We've got to be even. 3, 2, squeeze, and rest it, guys. Give it a rub. Rub, rub. All right, coming down, guys, into our bikes. So keeping those abdominals drawn up off the mat, hips stacked on top of each other. I've got that T-zone on, tightening through those abdominals, okay? We're going to take that leg up. The lower leg is bent, 45 degrees. Drawing that knee up, take it out in front, flex, point and sweep. Drawing that knee up, out in front, point and sweep. So really focus on keeping, sorry, I've got a dodgy shoulder, so I've got to keep this arm bent. Flex, point and sweep. I think I've had too many sessions in the last few weeks. Bringing that knee up, take it out in front, point and sweep. Flex, point and sweep. So we're inhaling as we're drawing that knee up, exhale as we take it around. Try not to let that leg drop. Good work, guys. Keep it moving. We want that bottom doing the work, okay? That bottom's driving that leg around. Good work. And in 3, let's go a few more, guys. 2, all that movement's coming from the bottom. And give it a good rub for me. Good. All right, coming up into clam 3s. Shins in line with the front of the mat. We're at 45, okay? Activate, feel that activation. I actually feel it turning on. You want to tighten it, feel it activate, and then open. Heels together, opening up. Exhale, inhale. So focus on that breathing. I want to keep those abdominals drawn off the mat still. Tightening, keeping those ribs to hips. Okay, opening up, guys. And close. Make sure that's still activating. Squeeze and tighten, then open. Good work. And 3 more. Nearly there. Last one. And give it a rub, guys. Rub, rub. Good job. All right. Staying down on the mat. All right. We're just going to go into our Superman since we're already down, and then we'll finish off with some side kneeling, okay? Your favorite. All right. So thumbs are tucked under. I'm drawing those abdominals up off the mat as best you can. I don't want you arching through the back, okay? We're going to go opposite arm to opposite leg. So we're exhaling as we're coming up, inhale as we're coming back down. Keep that forehead facing down towards the mat. I've just got mine to the side so you can hear me better. We're going to squeeze the bottom, then lift. I try and think about drawing those shoulder blades down the back, thinking about drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Got that T-zone on. I'm pushing that pubic bone into the mat and then squeezing and lifting. Good. Good work, guys. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale. As you're coming up, it will help keep those ribs drawn down and in. Going for 3, 2, 1. All right. Taking those hands behind. We've done these before our flights. So same thing again. Pubic bone pushed into the mat. We're drawing the shoulder blades back and down the back. We're just drawing that upper body up slightly. Arms are back past that bottom. All right, we're just going to reach through those fingertips like you're trying to reach down towards the toes, rotating the arms and back. Keep those elbows locked. Squeeze and extend. Reaching through those fingertips. Rotating right around each way. Keep the elbows locked. You want to tighten those triceps, the back of the arms. Keep going, nearly there. Let's go for 10, 9, squeeze, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, reach for those fingertips, 2, 1, and rest, guys. Good, good, good. All right, coming up. Last exercise, okay? Come back a bit so I'm in the screen, hopefully. Sort of, my head's cut off. All right, so coming to the side. Still working our glutes here, okay? So I've just got the hand, I'm actually going to come up onto the fist, but it's up to you. You can just hands there. Sometimes you can grab a towel, or if you've got a block, just to bring yourself up a little bit higher. All right, so you want to keep the hips stacked on top of each other. Hand just under that shoulder joint. We're going directly down. We've got a nice long line. Squeezing those glutes, no arching through the back. Ribs are drawn down and in. We're just going to lift the leg up and down. Up and down. Good. Now let's try not to let that foot touch the mat. Good. We're just lifting as soon as it's about to touch. Good work. All right. Coming up, below hip height, we're going to point and sweep forward. Flex, draw back into the bottom. A bit like the ones we were doing on our side line, but we're kneeling. So point and sweep, flex, squeeze back into the bum. We've got to keep those hips nice and still to keep that T-zone on. Squeeze back into that bottom, point, flex, squeeze back. Point forward, flex, squeeze back. Let's go 2 more, nearly there. All right, holding there, guys. I want you to come for 4. Squeeze up. Last 4, then we're going to the other side. 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1 more for good luck. All right, swap it over, guys. So I'm just using my top and I've screwed it up into a ball just to help me bring up a little bit higher. All right. Arm just under that shoulder joint, drawing those abdominals up and in, okay? Ribs are drawn in, no arching through the back. Drawing that leg up and down. Don't forget the breathing, guys. Exhaling as we're coming up. All right, drawing those legs up, holding it there. We're going to point, go forward, flex, squeeze back into that bum. Point, squeeze forward, flex, squeeze back into that bum. Squeezing back. Really use that bottom, yeah, that's doing the work. Squeezing back, point, flex, and squeeze. 3 more for me. We're nearly there. All right, last ones, let's go. Up for 5. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and give it a rub, guys. Good, good. Well done. Coming back down onto the mat. Let's come into a bit of a glute stretch. Give you a little bit of relief. Hopefully your glutes are burning. Excellent. And other side. Good, good. Let's just bring those knees in. Little rock. Good. Coming up. We're just going to stretch forward, reaching forward. If you want a little bit more of a stretch through the sides, just bring that arm over. Making sure you're inhaling and exhaling, stretching in on that exhale. Other side. Reaching forward, you can bring that arm up and over. Good, let's just give those hip flexors a bit of a stretch. So I'm pushing that hip forward, stretch through the front of the thigh there. And other side. Push those hips forward so you can feel that stretch right at the top of the thigh. Staying down there, guys. Let's give those arms a bit of a stretch. Other side. Good, taking the arms behind. Good work, guys, well done.